You are Black in the Green Room with me, your host, Keith Underwood. And this is your spot for real talk about entertainment with entertainers, creatives, and showbiz professionals. Actress Jasmine Sargent is carving her lane in Hollywood with soulful performances and grits, girls raised in the South and the day ones, grounded, passionate, and purpose driven. She's paving that authentic storytelling never goes out of style. Jasmine, what's up? And welcome to the room.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited to talk about grits.
Wonderful. Well, before we get to the grits, can we get to the eggs and the bacon?
Let's do that. Let's do that.
All right. so tell me a little bit about you, Jasmine. Where are you from?
So, I am from Newport News, Virginia. I have been in Atlanta for almost 10 years now. I moved out here, to further my acting career. So, after college and like in the middle of graduate school, I transitioned to the Atlanta market.
Yeah. And what's Atlanta been like since you've been there for the last 10 years?
Oh my God, Atlanta has been so great to me. I love Atlanta. Atlanta now feels like home, which kind of feels weird to say. I feel like I'm kind of betraying my city a bit,
Mm-hmm.
but Atlanta has been so good to me personally, professionally, forever. I love Atlanta.
Yes, yes, yes. What do you love most about Atlanta?
Oh my goodness, the food. I love
Mm-hmm.
the food. I love the music. I love the culture. I love the Southern hospitality.
Mm-hmm.
That's big for me
Yes.
because I
Yeah.
feel like I'm a country girl at heart.
Yes. And what's the acting scene like there? Is it a supportive environment or you feel like, I got this, just me, myself, and I?
Both.
Okay,
Both.
talk to me.
Both very supportive out here. My professional friends have become some of my very best personal friends as well. The acting community out here, it used to be small, but of course it's growing larger by the
Mm.
day. And everyone, pretty much if you're in the scene, everyone knows everyone. And for the most part, everybody is extremely supportive of one another because we all get it. It's not really a crab in a bucket mentality out here. Like everyone, we're family almost.
Grinding
Mhm.
together.
We're grinding together. We're not looking at it
Yes.
as grinding against one another. It's like, no, we in this together. You make
Hmm.
it, I make it. Atlanta makes it, you know?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So what inspired you to start acting and stay committed to it?
Oh, okay. So story time. I got bit by the acting bug in sixth grade. I had a drama course that was only for half, like it was just a marking period. And I never forget, we had like a scene study assignment, and my teacher really enjoyed it. And so that was like my
Mm.
first time doing anything acting related. And I enjoyed it too, but I didn't think anything of it. So when the class was over, she asked me would I be interested in auditioning for like a professional play. And I'm like,
Wow.
oh, okay, I guess I'm able to do that. And she's like, yeah, it's in Norfolk, Virginia. Now, Norfolk, Virginia is 30 minutes away from where I am, and it's also considered across the water.
Right.
So that's a big deal where I'm from. We don't really go across the water.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I don't know if my mom will allow me to do that. And she's like, well, if you don't mind, I'll call her and ask her. And I'm like, could you please? That's probably the only
Right.
way it's gonna happen. So I gave her her number and she called, and my mom was like, let me speak to Jasmine. And so I'm like, hey mom. And she's like, who is this white lady? And I'm like, Mom, this is my drama teacher. She thinks she thinks I'm pretty good. She thinks I have
Hmm.
potential. And she's like, do you feel good about it? I'm like, yes, mom. I would love to do it. She's like, we'll do it. I'll come and pick you up when it's over. So we went. I had dinner at her house. She took me to the audition. I did not book it, but that is when I got hit by the bug.
Hmm.
Fast forward. It's time for high school now. I had the option to go to like a performance art based high school or an engineering program high school.
Hmm.
Well, the engineering school was closer to my home, and my mom was like, "You're not going all the way down to Woodside." And I'm like, "Mom, but they have performing arts." And she's like, "We're not doing that." So I was
Mm.
like, "Okay." shut that down, went on. I knew I was going in the military at that point. I got real acquainted with ROTC. And so that was then the path I was going on. Fast forward, now we're in college, and I meet a dorm mate who is studying theater. And she asks me, "What are you studying?" And I'm like, "Psychology." And she's like, "Ew."
Mm.
And I'm like, "What's wrong with that?" She was like, "I mean, you just don't, that it doesn't seem like that would be what you would want to study." And I'm like, "Well, what do you think I should study?" And she goes, "Theater, like me." And I'm like, "You're
Um,
studying theater here?" And she's like,
mm,
"Yes." And so, okay, another bug in my head. But I go and I continue with psychology. So now, fast forward, I'm 2 years in, I have finished my psychology curriculum. So now I have 2 more years that I still have to fulfill. So I'm talking to my advisor and I'm like, "Well, what can I do?" She's like, "Pick up another major." So she's giving me
mhm,
ideas that will pair well with psychology, criminal justice, sociology. And I'm like, "Okay, that's cool." And I was like, let me get back with you on what I want to do.
mhm,
So I go home, I do my own research, and I'm like, what would it look like if you picked up theater? Would you still graduate on time? Would you meet your requirements? And I did. I would. I went to the theater hall. I talked to the advisor there, and I was like, "What do I need to do about like picking up theater as my second major or minor?" She was like, "I'm the person you need to talk to. Are you interested in doing it?" And I was like, "Yes." Picked it up and I was like, "Oh my God. Why didn't I do this when the girl told me to?" I knew immediately. I'm like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I booked about 3 plays my first year, and that's where we end. So now I now have a degree in psychology and theater studies. Okay. Now I'm like, well, what do you do with that? Well, acting is kind of hit or miss. So you need to have some cushion if it doesn't work out.
mm,
So I went on and I pursued my master's degree because I knew with a degree in psychology, you're not really going to get too much with just a bachelor. So I'm like, make
mm,
sure that you have something stable. So I went on to get my master's degree, and I called myself trying to choose an area that was also big in the arts so that I could still get some work in the meantime. I wanted to go to LA, could not afford it. I looked into Atlanta, couldn't afford that either. I said, well, DC is down the road. So I tried out DC. I realized that they were just kind of big in the Shakespearean arts, and I said, "This is not what I really had envisioned
you
for
you were like
myself."
that wasn't what you envisioned for yourself.
Okay, so we get to the DC area. I'm studying psychology, and I'm trying to get into the arts. It's only Shakespearean arts. That is not it.
Hmm.
So I'm like, okay, well, maybe that's just God telling me, maybe just focus on psych. So I do that. I get a phone call from a guy that I was dating back in my undergraduate studies,
Hmm.
and he ended up getting cancer.
Oh God.
Yes. Oh my goodness. It was very traumatic. And he wanted to be a model while I wanted to be an actress. And so he was just telling me, "Hey, I just wanted to let you know. I know I let you know that I had got cancer in like my last year, and so it had progressed, and now it was not looking good. They had given him like a
Mm,
lifespan of a week left to live, and he just wanted to talk to me before
wow.
anything happened." And he was like, "How's it going? How is acting going?" And I was like, "Well, I actually just decided to focus on psychology." And he was like, "What? But Jasmine, you were really good. Why did you do that?" And I was like, "Because it just kind of wasn't working out for me." And he said to me, "Well, life is extremely short. Look at me. I'm
Mm,
22 years old and I'm about to die."
mm,
And I was like, "Wow, you're right. I never looked at it like that." I promise you, 2 days later, he passed away, and
mm,
something just rocked me. So I got in touch with my advisor and I was like, "Is there any way we can get the rest of my curriculum online?" He knew what had happened. I explained everything to him. He said, "Absolutely." I
mm.
packed up my apartment and I just moved to Atlanta, and I said, "Let's do it." And that brings me here to today.
Oh, right. That's
Mhm.
it's a traumatic story, but it's also a very inspiring one. So,
Yes,
yeah, thank you for sharing that.
of
So,
course.
so talk to me a little bit about grits, girls raised in the South. What's up with the title? What's up with the vibe? Let me know.
Okay, so Girls Raised in the South is about three Black young women who's trying to navigate friendship and like the triumphs, the love, the culture, all things Memphis.
That's it?
Yes,
You're not gonna
because
give me a little bit more?
okay, I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this. Keisha is a character who I play. Keisha's dealing with a lot of grief. Mind you, if you just
Mm.
listen to the backstory I just
Mm-hmm.
gave you, wow. Okay, then you got Ty, who's played by Ashanti Harris. She is a single mother, and she is trying to navigate being a single mother while also still being able to pursue her dreams. She doesn't want
Mm-hmm.
her life to just stop because she's now a mom. And then we have Frances, who is played by Asia Slamaroni Canyon,
Mm.
and she's kind of like the bad apple of the group. You know, you always
Mm.
got one, and
Mm-hmm.
she just kind of can't get right. She's the one that
Right.
kind of doesn't want better for herself. She's okay
Yes.
with being in Memphis. She's okay with the lifestyle she's always been living, but you know, Ty and Keisha want more for themselves. So now
Mm-hmm.
they're getting at a point where they're realizing that, are we going apart? Like, is that what's
Mm-hmm.
kind of happening right now? All while there's so many things going on in their lives individually.
Mm-hmm. What do you love most about this show, and what do you think audiences are gonna love most about this show?
Oh my gosh. What I love most about the show is the authenticity. It is so raw and gritty and genuine. You're going to see yourself, a family member, a friend. You're going to find somebody where you're like, oh my God, I know her. I
Mm.
understand her. It's to the T. It's so good. I can see myself in Keisha every day. The things that are going on in the neighborhoods and the kind of activities that everyone's doing. It's like this is so relatable.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah. Would you consider Grits to be comedy, drama, dramedy? How would you classify it?
All of it. It's there are comedic moments. It's drama for sure. Lots
Mm-hmm.
of drama. It's lots of drama, and it's a lot of funny moments too that are very real.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, as Black people, we're always trying to find comedic relief in our struggles. And so it's going to be a lot of that for sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, how did Grits challenge or change you as a performer?
Ooh, okay, let's just say this. I am from Virginia. The show takes place in Memphis. That was already a challenge in itself.
Mm-hmm.
Me having to get this accent down and in such a short time frame, that was very challenging, but it was fun. It was
Mm-hmm.
fun. It was very fun to do. And I think I was more so concerned with the authenticity. I'm like, no,
Mm-hmm.
these people need to feel like I am from Memphis, you
Mm-hmm.
know? And the skating was fun. Skating was fun because that's also a childhood activity of myself. But it was so interesting to see everyone else who's like never skated a day in their life.
Right. Get up on these roller skates.
Yeah, now we're like
Yeah.
supposed to be professional skaters. So,
Okay, tell me. Okay, you got to tell me, how does roller skating tie into the story?
ooh, okay. So pretty much they don't have much
Mm-hmm.
coming up in Memphis, but what they do have is that skating rink. That skating rink is always
Mm.
there. It's there when they want to have a good time. It's there when they need to let something out stressful. It's there for celebrations. It's there for mourning. It's their safe haven in so many ways.
Mm-hmm. And what does, because you said that you wanted it to be authentic. You wanted people
Hmm.
to feel it and know it was real. So what does authenticity mean to you?
Oh, authenticity means to me being vulnerable,
Mm.
not afraid to show yourself in several different manners, whether it may come off as weak, it may come off as strong, like it's real, it's raw, whether you like it or not. It's like, this is what it is, this is the real, and it might not look pretty, but this is really what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I've noticed that like casts with mainly women can go two ways. Either the actors they bond or they
Yes.
don't. Did
Yes.
you feel a sisterhood with your castmates?
Immediately
Hmm.
we met.
I only asked that question because thought that I might know the answer. Go ahead.
You did you feel it?
I
Okay.
felt it.
We bonded immediately. We met for the first time at our first skate rehearsal. And first of all, we were all excited about the fact that we were all brown girls. That was
Mm-hmm.
very important to us. And we was like, not just one, but three of us.
Mm-hmm.
So we just, I mean, we became sisters like immediately. We went out to eat.
Yes.
We were there all night and it just didn't stop after there.
Right.
It
Not
just,
one red bone in the bunch.
not one. I'm sorry, y'all.
It's
But
all good. It's all
it's
good.
time. It's time and it's coming hard.
Right, right. Oh, well, I mean, it sounds so interesting. Interesting. So, how has your Southern background, how has it shaped your artistic voice?
Um, I can say that my Southern background shaping my artistic voice, my mom has always allowed me to be like who I am.
Mm-hmm.
I think that has played a huge role in my life today because I can tell my mom, you know, mom, I want to sell carrots.
Mm.
She's not gonna question that. She's not gonna question that. She's okay, well, what kind of carrots? Are we gonna grow
Right.
them? You know, she has always just been that for me. And so in this show, everybody's just so supportive and they whatever Keisha says, everybody's kind of with. I think that's a great
Mm-hmm.
idea, Keish. Let it sounds crazy, but it might work. Let's do it. And so it always just reminds me of my mom being so supportive during my upbringing and like now my girls and my community, everyone is just like supportive. Like I was saying in Atlanta too.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Absolutely. What does it feel like for you at this point? Because I would say that you're still fresh in your career.
For sure.
What does it feel like to see things happening?
Surreal. I was telling a friend maybe like 2 days ago, I said for the first time in my life, I understand what people mean when they say, like, oh, this is surreal. Because I'm like, although I know it's happening, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
is this really happening? Yeah, it's happening. We knew it was gonna happen, but it's really happening and it's happening right now. So I'm just like, I'm taking it all in.
Right. Are you
I'm taking
starting
it
to
all
get
in.
are you starting to get used to it where it feels more like just an artistic exploration and a job as opposed to wow.
That is a great question. I will say that honestly, that moment happened for me working on grids.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this is my life.
Mm-hmm.
This is my life. And this feels so right. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So that hit me almost 2 years ago when we were filming grids. I was like, this is it. Yep. I'm glad you took that leap of faith.
Mm-hmm. What do you see? How do you envision your career? How do you see it evolving and changing? Where do you want it to go? Where do you want to be?
Oh, well, I want it to be long standing for as long as I want it to.
I
I
like
always
that.
want to enjoy it. The moment I feel like I'm not enjoying it anymore, I don't mind swapping career paths, whatever
Mm-hmm.
that may be. But I want it to be long standing for as long as I want it, and I want it to be enjoyable. I definitely want to do, I was telling someone yesterday, I said, I want to do a role that is so out of myself that pushes me like this is not me at all. And that's one, and knowing how that would make me feel will let me know, okay, if this is really what I want to do for the long run.
Mm-hmm.
Because doing something that's so outside of myself and being able to realize how I feel after I do that, I feel like that'll tell me everything I need to know.
Mm-hmm. And how has your psychology background, how has it affected how you
Ooh.
approach roles?
Ooh. First of all, that affects how I approach life.
I like that.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Mhm.
So, I thought that it would be a waste, but I'm using it every day. I'm using it to
Mhm.
dissect people. I'm using it
Mhm.
to dissect these characters. It's very helpful, actually. I'm always like, well, I wonder why Keisha thought that way. Why does she see it like this while Ty and Francis look at it that way?
Mhm.
Well, look at their upbringing. Look at their childhood. You would be surprised just how much helpful that psychology background actually is.
Mhm. If you had to well, not if you had, but if Keisha were on a couch and you were talking to her, what would be her main issue?
Oh, I think Keisha's main issue would be being taken advantage of.
Mm.
She's a very genuine person and she wants well. She wants everyone to do well. She wants the best for everyone, but everyone doesn't always have her best interest in heart. And I think she's finally getting to a point where she's wanting to put herself first and kind of be
Mm.
selfish,
Mm-hmm.
selfish for once, and just all that love that she gives to everyone in her life, she wants to give it to herself. Be
Mm-hmm.
selfish with Keish.
Be selfish with Quiche. And
Mhm.
where can everybody watch Grits, and when can they watch Grits?
Okay, so everyone can watch Grits this upcoming Thursday on October 30th on the All Black streaming platform. You can also subscribe through Prime. So if you have Amazon Prime, then you're halfway there.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And where can everybody find you on social media, Jasmine?
All social media platforms at She's Jasmine Sargent. On Facebook, it's just Jasmine Sargent, but everywhere else is She's Jasmine Sargent.
All right. Well, Jasmine Sargent, I'm excited to see what you do next. I'm gonna be checking out Grits too, with
Yes, yes,
with
yes,
the
yes.
bacon and the toast.
Please and thank you.
Yes. All right. Thank you, Jasmine.
Thank you.
Be sure to follow me, Keith Underwood, at Mr. Keith L. Underwood on IG. You can also follow me on FB at Keith L. Underwood. And you know you gotta follow Black in the Green Room at Black in the Green Room across all platforms. Until next time, this has been Black in the Green Room.